Good morning, my friends. It's a Sunday morning here in good old Pittsburgh, PA. And depending upon when you may take a glance at this, it'll be a different day, or perhaps later the same day, but not exactly the same day and same time. I know it makes no sense, but that's the way it is. We are in a spiritual war. If we look around us and we wonder why things are like they are and how they're getting to be even further and further down a path of delusion and destruction, it's easy to tell that we are in the last days, not the end times, but the last days. The last days are almost like a trial run or an opportunity to see what you would do if you do not get raptured up and you are sort of stuck in the end times. We're getting a chance to see what we would do or what others would do when it's time to make decisions that go against the norm, the popular. Because actually the norm is abnormal if you look at it now. We have stopped as a nation praying. We have stopped as a nation going to church. Churches have dropped the ball and have become worldly by allowing people who basically openly are in sin, homosexuals, transgenders, all that stuff, and they become church leaders and pastors and ministers. Pedophilia has invaded the churches. It's not like news. You've seen it, you've heard it, and you know it's going on. Certain denominations have gotten away from teaching the gospel to teaching environmentalism, to teaching feel-good inclusion. Hey, everybody sins, don't worry about it. And we're not even going to address the sin, we're just going to accept it. And in doing so, you are condemning these people to hell, which is not a good thing. You think things are bad. Now, try living eternity in hell. We need to take a look and see that we are in a war, a spiritual war. And personally speaking, in that war, I have failed on many, many occasions, and am pretty bruised and scarred up to the point where it was affecting my availability. It was affecting my witness, my ability to go in there and make a difference and fight the good fight. If you're in the same boat where you've sort of fallen aside or you've let life sort of take over your life, where you've done bad things or you're doing bad things or you've fallen away from the faith, it's time to get back and join the battle. Throughout the Bible, God has used fallen people who have made mistakes, people who have fallen away from the faith, people you would never think could make a difference to make that difference. And that could be you, it could be me. Chances are it's better that it's you because, my scars are pretty brutal, pretty out there. In fact, I would say that I'm probably the worst among you. And I had tried or thought about scrubbing the internet of all of the things I've written, said, posted. But if I was to do that, I could never get back into the fight because it would take a long time. So you have to accept what you've done and where you are and go from there. No point in hiding the past because in the end, you're going to stand before God and sort of explain it, or at least watch it like a bad horror movie, going, ooh, ouch, I wish I wouldn't have done that. That was dumb. That was dumber. You just have to move on. And you have to put on your full armor of God, get in there and do battle and try to save the lost. Now, because what we're in now is an opportunity to recommit ourselves, to bring people to Christ, and to make a difference and perhaps turn the evil aside or slow it down so that more people can be reached and we don't totally lose millions and millions and millions to the evil one who's prowling around, not even prowling around, out in the open, doing all these bad things, and people are just accepting of it. We need to pray. We need to get right. We need to pray for others. We need to engage. We need to go bind our wounds, deal with the scars, and press on to do battle for the Lord. Because you can look around and see we are a lost group of people. We are a lost nation. We are basically killing ourselves with a lot of help from the devil. And we need to stand firm, stand together, pray, and engage the battle. So no matter where you are in your faith and how bad you think you've been and that you can't be used, you can. You can make a difference for the Lord. And that is what we need to focus on doing, to take the country back, to get people out of this delusion, to reach them so that they can reach others. We need to pray for the church. We need to pray for our leadership. We need to pray for each other so that we can overcome the darkness that is slowly, and I wouldn't even say slowly, the darkness that is covering our nation quickly and the world as a whole as you look around and see the violence and the chaos. The Lord is not of chaos. The devil is of chaos and deceit. So we need to work together, pray, get right, and do the Lord's work. Lord, I'd ask you to give everyone the strength to get back into the fight, to remember the past as a lesson and not repeat it, and move forward to do battle for you, to save souls, to save the nation, and perhaps to slow down the destruction of this world. Lord, if there's one out there who does not know you, perhaps today will be the day that he or she will and will join the battle and come and work for the winning side. We ask all this in your name. Amen.